What's up, everybody? My name is DJ Bones, and today I'm going to be showing you how to set up EUP 9.6/5-ish on your FiveM server and my EUP menu and how to configure it on your FiveM server as well. With all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So firstly, what you're going to need to do is find an EUP package that you'll like. And you'll also need EUP itself. So the EUP package I am using is from a guy named Liam R. I'm using his Sheriff Office mini package, and the only way for you to get this is if you are a booster in his server, which I am. Actually, we are using EUP. So EUP nowadays, for 9.6 at least, is protected behind a paywall through his Patreon, which will be linked down in the description below as well as Liam R's website and my menu will also all be linked down below. So how you install this into your server. So we're on Windows 11 here. So I have all my files right here. The 3 files we're using: the EUP stream, the UI, which is the menu, and the mini package. For the UI to also work, you need a thing called Rage UI, which I think I included a link for inside the thing there. But I'm gonna download it real quick because I forgot to. Actually, no, you don't need it. I don't know, we'll find out. We will find out. I'll download it anyway, and if we need it, I'll throw it in. So I'm gonna be using a thing called a home host. What a home host is basically a FiveM server that I have set up on my PC at my house. And once this moves over, you know what? We're not gonna wait for that. Wish I cancel it. So here's the menu right here, or not the menu, sorry, the home host. So we navigate through it. This will be the same type of directory you would go through whenever you are setting it up on a dedicated server, like a Windows dedicated server, or if you're using a panel like TXadmin or Zap hosting with TXadmin or Space Node, I don't know if they're even still around, or any pterodactyl panels. It would go through the same way ish, not fully, but somewhat the same way. So to get EUP into the server, what you'll need to do is, well, move it over. So this Liam R stuff right here, we'll get to that in a second. Let's just get the main EUP in. So this is EUP 9.6, and all you gotta do is copy it over. And maybe a little bit slower for you depending on what you're copying it to. I'm using it at M.2, so my speeds are fairly quick. As you can see, it's kind of cut off because my PC doesn't like my 4K monitor. But we're gonna go ahead and copy this over. And once that is done, we will have an EUP in our server. Same with the UI, we're gonna move that over. So this is what the UI looks like. You won't touch the Lua, you'll just touch the .json. Same with the FX manifest. Next, we're gonna import the EUP into there. So we're gonna go in, find the FiveM, and we have instructions here. So we're gonna open up the instructions and read it. As you can see, this has not been updated for this EUP package. So basically what you'll need to do is match the directories. So how this says EUP stream, this says EUP stream. Basically what you can do is just drag and drop this in, but we're gonna go a little bit more in depth here. So we're gonna open it up on here and then open it over here. We're gonna open it again and open it again. And then this is the entire EUP for this mini package. It's a mini package, so there's not going to be a lot. There's not going to be a whole bunch of vests, badges, tactical belts, everything. It's a mini package. So you're going to do Control A to highlight everything. Oh, Control A. You're going to just pick and drop and replace what needs to be replaced. And you have installed it. If you're running this on a server that does not have a FiveM key, which what the FiveM key does, allows you to have more than well, it lets you have up to like, I think 64 or some odd slots, but it also lets you stream custom assets like EUP. So the UI we'll come back to in a second. It's going to be a somewhat lengthy video on how to do everything completely. So we have EUP installed now. So now what we're going to do is we are going to make sure these two files are started in our server.cfg. I went to the wrong thing. In our server.cfg here. It's going to pop up. I'm going to drag it over just so I'm making sure I'm not doxing myself in any sort of way. There's a lot of stuff I just need to get rid of on here because it's old and I don't need it anymore. All right. So the only thing you guys will be able to really see that's confidential is my key, which is fine. I really don't care about that. So here's my FX server and my server key, but that's, why would you want to take that? It's nothing important. I don't have Patreon. It's nothing important, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be refreshed and reused anyway. I've hardly used this home host. So I have vMenu here. So we're going to correlate this onto here. So we're going to go to our resources. It's good to have a wider screen or two monitors so you can split this up and compare back and forth, but I have a good size screen. So we have vMenu. So we ensured vMenu. Next, we're going to type ensure EUP dash stream. Make sure you don't do caps lock. I did stream. So that copies that. And then you're going to do ensure EUP dash UI. All right. And now those two things will be started. And now we can just launch our server. I am going to throw in Rage UI real quick. Just to ensure that my menu works. Because I think mainly all things need Rage UI or menu V. So we're going to throw this above vMenu. So we're going to do ensure capital R Rage capital UI. It does matter the capitalization. And then we're going to do Control C, and then you'll see this little white dot go away. That means we have saved it successfully. We can close this, and now we can go in all the way back to here and start our server. Whenever we hit start, it's going to boot this up. I'm going to drag this over because it will list my IP address. I don't want it to, or I don't want y'all to see that. But it'll run through a list of things, make sure everything works properly, it's all okay and everything. Which it looks like, yep, there goes the EP, and it authenticated. So now we're gonna launch FiveM. We're gonna launch this up, and then it should say, if you're running this on a local host like I am, just to test things, I turn my light on, just to test things, then it'll say connect to DJ Bones on LAN right there. But if you're running a server, you'll connect to the server. Theoretically, you'll have it shut down for maintenance and all that. So we're gonna connect. As you see, our server build is not the same, so I need to go into our local host real quick. I need to sign into it and change the game build to the proper game build that needs to be done. Oh wow, this is out of date. Which is 2699 is what all of the servers I work on run on. So we're gonna save that, and then while I'm here, I'm gonna actually just shut this down and I'm gonna update it, just so I am all up to date. All right, and we're back. So now that we have everything all set up and the server is relaunched and everything, we're gonna boot up FiveM once again. And obviously connect to DJ Bones on LAN, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's going to connect. It's going to authorize everything, make sure everything is running okay. And now we're connecting. Obviously, there's going to be a whole bunch of shit running through here. You don't have to worry about this. If you have no loading screen, that's what it's going to look like. But if you do have a loading screen, then you won't see any of this. This is just validating all the DLCs and stuff. Let me get my controller out. I don't have a framework or anything like that, so it's just gonna pop me right in. So here we are. We're in the server now. So I'm gonna actually head over to Mission Row, just so we have a nice lit interior. Lit as in lighting, not like, oh my god. I'm funny, I know. All right. So we're gonna come into here. I'm just gonna clear it out. And now we're going to see if our menu works. So we should be able to do /OT. Oh, my chat isn't working. All right. So I got the chat all fixed up, as you can see. I accidentally removed a thing whenever preparing for this video. How about I put it back and restart the server, and we're back here. So we're gonna head back to Mission Row. All the way back. We're gonna slow down our speed there. We're gonna come in. Nobody's here. And we're gonna grab our player, which is my custom character here. And we're gonna do /EUP. And it doesn't work. So. All right. So I fixed it. Instead of using Rage UI, I forgot I needed native UI. It's one of those UI plugins. One of them. I didn't know. I do now know. So now we can do our /EUP and our menu shows up. We're gonna get that chat out of here. And you have all of your menus here. So you have all your departments, sub-departments, fire departments, everything right here. It looks very, very like the LSPDFR EUP menu that you can get for EUP. It's because it's really, really based off that. It just doesn't have all the subcategories and all that. So if we do LSPD, as you can see, it's a little messed up because of our mod pack we do have installed, but our BCSO should look fine. As you can see, it looks perfectly fine. So now we're gonna go in and create our outfit. So you will come to realize that all of the EUP assets are like the shirt, pants, are usually in the same general area as everything else because that's the most commonly used. So as you can see, we have our sheriff ones on 201. It should be 194 and 191 are all of our tops there. As you can see, EUP 9.6 does have some of these pretty cool looking raincoats and stuff like that. But as you see, we have a black top, white top. That's it. I have some Texas EUP in here. You don't have to worry about that. That's just because of something else. Besides that, so we have our shirt. We're going to find our pants next. Our pants are usually in the same area. Usually it's like 26 that they are on, which looks like that is what it is this time around, is 26. And our badge. So I'm going to head up to Olium's thing here, his website, and we're going to take a closer look to see what the badge looks like. It looks like it's a whistle with a small 5-point star badge. So we're going to scroll through and find it. The badge is going to be under bags and parachutes. And this could be at the very end, very at the front. I can see we have some Texas EP in here still. That's for another server I work for, called IGG Studios. Their link will be in the description down below as well. If you guys don't want to join, it's a 5PD server, so no civilian roleplay. Keep on going. So you just gotta scroll through and find it. It's somewhere in here. There it is, right there. So all these numbers in vMenu are going to become apparent here in a second, why we're using them. Next is our hat. So once again, we're taking a look back at Olean's thing here. So it's a bigger hat, 5-point star, brownish goldish wraparound. And we're actually going to go back and look at the pants real quick. So the pants are these black dress pants. So we're going to go find the hat. The hat, obviously it's... And if an issue like this arises in your files where you have something overriding the current thing like this, so this is actually the hat that's supposed to go on, but the texture is messed up. If you do have an issue like this, because what is happening here, it's trying to take this model and work with it, but the texture is kind of messed up for this one. Then you'll have to go in, mess with it, maybe open a support ticket. I don't have, actually I do still have this stuff open. It's, oh crap. It's this stuff right here. I don't think, oh, third-party content. Yeah, Joshua Turner's campaign hat. That's it right there. Wait, no, YTD is the texture. So you need Joshua Turner's campaign hat for this to work. I don't have that. So you'll have to go in and get that. Not sure who has it, or it's Joshua Turner's, but I'm not sure where I can get that from. So we're just gonna rock no campaign hat. That's for something else. We're just gonna rock no campaign hat, and no hat in general. So this is the full outfit right here. Obviously, if you have custom belts, you can customize it even more. If you want to use a different shirt top, or not shirt top, we got different shirt top, like short sleeve, long sleeve, no tie, you can. So how I would configure this in my menu. So this is a BCSO uniform. So we're gonna go into our files here, right here, and we're gonna find our EUP UI, and we're gonna go to outfits.json, or JSON as I like saying it. And we're going to drag this over here. So this may look a little complicated and may stress you out a little bit, but these numbers here may be a little hard to see. I can't zoom in. Which I don't think I can't zoom in, but these numbers here correlate to these numbers here. So we are going to search for BCSO, and we're going to find the class A, which is this right here. So the hat will be 14, even though in the V menu it will be 15, is because it's shift around just a little bit, because the V menu numbers aren't exactly always the EUP numbers. But we are going to set this to a 0 just because we aren't using a hat this time around. The top is 201, as you can see, 201. But it's not texture 4, it is actually texture 1. We don't have a mask, so it's going to stay 1. The upper skin, so the upper skin is actually this right here, your upper body and hands. See, if I change this around, you can see I can get my upper body to clip through. 5 is meant for the long sleeves. So we're going to go back into this here. So most of the stuff you won't change around if you keep the format on how I have it here. Decals is going to be your ranking, so if you want to add ranks to this, you can. Your undercoat, which is 39, your shirt accessories, that's gonna be your belt. Your pants are, well, your pants, I'm going to change this to 26. I didn't highlight. 26 texture 1. Your shoes are fine. Obviously, your shoes are your shoes. Your accessories will match your necks and scarves. That is going to be your holster on your hip. That's your holster. Your armor is going to be your body armor and accessories too. Sometimes if you're doing EUP work inside the actual EUP files, it will say task, but this will be armor. Task and armor are the same. And then your parachute correlates with your parachutes, obviously, but this is going to be your badge. So as you see, mine is 59. I'm going to make this number 59, and then we're going to control S. So now if this is a server that you have in your hosting on your computer or on a dedicated, and you have permissions set up correctly, you should be able to do T/restart. Oh, I can't tab. Restart. Then you do EUP-UI. Hit enter. As you see, it stopped it and it started. You obviously can't see it because my webcam's in the way. But if I move that out of the way, you can see it stopped it and started the EUP menu. We're just gonna move me around down here. So now if I do /EUP, I'm just gonna change my outfit real quick. I just change my outfit around, make sure it changes. Then we're gonna head down to BCSO, wait for my character to stop being in attack mode. And if you remember, we edited the class A male inside of the EUP config. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna click this, and there you go. It is all set up to our liking. And then you'd proceed to do this for everything that you want. Obviously, we have raincoats and then a whole bunch of other outfits, but that's besides the point. So that's a really quick briefing on how to really do this for the EUP menus that I have, and to how to put stuff inside of files. Sorry. And how to put files into your game, and it's very simple. If you guys like this video, I do appreciate if you like and follow, or I should say subscribe. If this video helped you, this is the most updated one out there currently. All the links will be updated in the description below as often as I can. Nothing should really change now. So with all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this really helped you guys. And remember to grab a Dr. Pepper and a moon pie and game on. I'll see you later, my friends. Good night.